Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of the Animated Girl Profile Confidentials. And you might say this might be an exception, but seeing as though she is, as you can see who the character is, being planned to appear in the Sly Cooper movie, and the fact that a lot of the cutscenes at times are kind of flash animation anyway, here we're going to talk about Carmelita, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Carmelita Fox. Now, here's the unique thing about Carmelita. She's a fox, and she has, well, I guess you could say the hots for Sly Cooper, who is a raccoon. But in this world, foxes and raccoons are about the same size, I guess you can say. I guess you could say that because yes, there are foxes that are about the same size as raccoons in reality. Some variety. But Carmelita here has been with the Sly Cooper franchise initially since I believe the first game. Her initial goal throughout the series, throughout the franchise basically, is to capture Sly. Now, that's been her main priority. Now, true, she takes on other cases, beats up on other criminals, and arrests them in record time as pretty much people saw at the end of Sly 4. But her main priority has always been Sly Cooper. Now, a lot of people have always questioned why that would be a main priority of hers, but whether you're a fan of the games or not, if you played the games or you haven't, basically it's not just the fact that he's a thief, he's probably the most elusive thief and top thief in the world, but it's a challenge for her. I look at it this way, and I haven't played the games that much at all, even though I know about the characters and all that. I haven't played the games at all, but what I've learned and everything is from cutscenes and bios and stuff that I watch on YouTube and read on the internet. And Carmelita basically is the top Interpol agent. Basically, she's the top of the top, the cream of the crop. It's like Bentley says at the end of Sly 4, she started when she went back to work, she started busting criminals in record time. So, yeah, she's basically the cream of the crop, the top of the top, if you get my drift. So, anyway, her being the creme de la creme, if you will, it's only natural for her to want a challenge like Sly Cooper. But here's the thing about Sly Cooper. Apparently he has a gentleman's charm, because apparently as time goes on in the series, he works his charm over on Carmelita, and she doesn't just look at him as a challenge or an adversary or as a challenge that she has to complete, or a goal she has to achieve, or basically as someone she has to put behind bars. But basically, from what I understand, throughout the series, his charms start working over her, and she starts to become smitten with her, and she starts to become smitten with him. But what I like about what they've done with the character is they balanced out the fact that, yeah, she's becoming smitten and attractive to him and basically falling heads over heels for him, to the point that, heck, if they wanted to be very toony, if Sly kissed her on the lips one time, even after he leaves, she would melt into a puddle of goo. If they wanted to go the toony route. Just saying. But Carmelita, I like how they balance out the fact that she knows she's become attractive, she's falling heads over heels for this guy, but she also realizes he's the main priority to put behind bars. But here's where they kind of worked around that when we got to Sly 3. In Sly Cooper 3, basically the ending indicated that Sly may have gotten amnesia. Now, by getting amnesia, Carmelita decided to take advantage of that and make him her partner, because basically, yeah, true, it's trying to help him start a new life and everything. It's to help him start a new life and everything, but Carmelita, by doing this, basically shows that, yeah, that basically lets her guard down a little bit and actually shows that she has fallen in love with Sly. That she's now finally getting her true wish, and that's not just to capture Sly, which she has, but well, in a sense, she has, because she's captured him because, well, basically, in a sense, she has got him. She had got him, but she doesn't realize that he's faking his amnesia. She doesn't know that. So, but her not knowing this at first, she takes full advantage of the fact that, hey, I can reform him now and make him the way he should be. But again, she doesn't know he's faking it, because the reason he's faking it is he wants to take a break. He wants to retire from thievery and basically have a life outside of it and see what the other side is like. So, yeah, basically, I think, in a sense, what he did here was basically what he did here was Sly Cooper basically decided, okay, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to see basically if she really wants to arrest me to put me behind bars, or she just wants me for herself. And basically the revelation was she wants Sly for herself, not just behind bars. And with her believing that he has amnesia, the whole I'm going to put him behind bars deal becomes non-existent, because now she can reform him in her own way. But it isn't until Sly 4, during an encounter, that she finds out he's been faking the whole time. Now, true, they go through all sorts of time travel and all that, and they do have a moment towards the end of the game, before the final battle, where Sly and her kind of reconcile, or he reconciles with her, I'm guessing apologizing for duping her and stuff. So they reconcile and everything before the final battle. Now, the cutscenes at the end basically indicate that she, along with Sly's teammates and friends, are still doing whatever it takes to find him, because apparently he disappears at the end of the game, unbeknownst to them that he actually disappears, looks like into Egyptian times. It looks like into Egyptian times, maybe. Not really sure, but it looks like into Egyptian times. He ends up getting sent there after the final battle, unbeknownst to Carmelita and his teammates. But again, Carmelita, from what people have said, is a very fun character. She, again, the balancing out of the fact that she has feelings, she heads over heels for Sly and all that, but she also knows that she has to bring him in because of all the thievery he's done and everything, because of all the break-ins and heists that he's pulled. I like the balancing out there, but I like the fact that at the end of Sly 3, it kind of gives you an idea that she doesn't really want to arrest, Cooper just to put him behind bars, but she maybe wants to arrest him to do exactly what she was doing when she thought he had amnesia, and that's try to reform him to the side of good. Now, like I said, it has been reported that she is going to be in the film. We don't know if she's going to be voiced by the same actress that voices her in the games, or it's going to be someone different, because they have someone different voicing Sly, so instead of his video game counterpart, so it only makes sense maybe that they're going to have someone else voice Carmelita. Overall, though, from what I've seen, just through cutscenes and reading about her, this is a very fun character that if she is playable in a game, and lately she has been, in the more recent ones, you'll definitely have fun playing as her. You really will. I mean, heck, someone put up a freaking YouTube clip of a scene, of a cut scene, and sorry, my fingers hit the mic there, but someone put up on YouTube a scene of her doing a belly dance to distract some guards back in, I think it looked like Egyptian times or something like that as well. So, but again, that's kind of ironic, seeing as though Sly ends up crashing into Egyptian times, but maybe further back or a little forward than what he was in before. Or maybe he's just landed, I don't really know. Maybe he just landed in Egypt and he sees exactly the place where everything took place. I don't really know, but it looks like as I said, at the end of that secret ending, he ends up landing in, looks like Egyptian times again, but maybe further back than what he was in before. But getting back to Carmelita, you'll definitely have fun playing as this character if you ever get your hands on the games. I've got to play the games eventually down the line to see what all the fuss is about. But it sounds like every game has been good. There have been some duds, but a majority of them have had some great praise and critical acclaim. So I'll definitely check them out myself in the near future. But again, Carmelita is definitely a character that if you go see the movie when it comes out sometime next year, they're saying early next year, but I think it's going to be later. Definitely support the character when you see her. Applaud her when she appears on the screen, because I guarantee you this will be one of those characters that's going to rank up there with established video game and non-video game characters like a Sally, Acorn, a Rouge, Bat, you name it. A Coco Bandicoot maybe, you name it. So maybe even a Percy now, because I think a lot of people are getting behind Percy Bandicoot out of Sonic Boom. But again, definitely, check out this character, read up on her, watch the cutscenes with her, get to know more about her, play her in the games if you can. And that's all I can really say about Carmelita Fox here on the Anime